از سراسر ایران جارو کنند آماده و حاضرند. دوران مکافات شماست. این پایان کار شماست. به فریادها و مژدگانی بهار عرب گوش کنید. الشعب یرید اسقاط النظام. بله، مردم ایران هم سرنگونی شما را می‌خواهند و آن را محقق خواهند کرد. حمله 19 فروردین به اشرف واکنش رژیم برای مهار نیروی سرکش آزادی در جامعه ایران، مخصوصاً بعد از شعله‌ور شدن دوباره آتش قیام‌ها از زیر خاکستر خیانت بود. در 6 و 7 مرداد سال 88 هم 1 ماه و نیم بعد از شروع قیام‌ها، ولی فقیه برای حفظ تعادل خودش به شدت به حمله به اشرف نیاز داشت، زیرا بود و نبود رژیم در ارتباط مستقیم با فنا و بقای ضد رژیم است. دشمنان شما خواستند اشرف را منهدم کنند، اما اشرف در تمام جهان به عنوان نبرد شعله‌ور مردم ایران برای آزادی شناخته شد. می‌خواستند خاموشش کنند، اما آتشی در جان میلیون‌ها ایرانی افروخت که هرگز خاموشی نخواهد پذیرفت. این است افتخار مردم ایران و این است قله پایداری اشرف در 1 دهه اخیر. حمله به اشرف در این حال یک ضرورت مبرم را برای جهان آشکار کرد و آن حفاظت از ساکنان اشرف به عنوان یک وظیفه و مسئولیت ملی و بین المللی است. جامعه جهانی به ویژه ملل متحد و آمریکا در قبال حفاظت و امنیت ساکنان اشرف مسئولند. با آنها میگوییم مجاز نیستید به بهانه احترام به حق حاکمیت عراق در قبال جنایت علیه بشریت و جنایت جنگی بیعملی پیشه کنید. این نقض آشکار تعهدات بین المللی است. راستی ممانعت از ورود هیئت‌های بین المللی به اشرف چه دلیلی دارد؟ چرا از ورود هیئت پارلمان اروپا جلوگیری کردید؟ چرا از ورود هیئت کنگره آمریکا جلوگیری کردید؟ چرا نگذاشتید کاروان‌های عربی به اشرف بروند؟ چه چیزی برای پنهان کردن دارید جز جنایت بزرگ علیه بشریت و جز جنایت جنگی و جنایت علیه جامعه بین المللی؟ پس تا تعیین تکلیف نهایی لازم است ملل متحد حفاظت اشرف را بر عهده بگیرد و ناظران سازمان ملل در اشرف مستقر شوند. از ایالات متحده و اتحادیه اروپا فقط می‌خواهیم حفاظت همین ناظران را تأمین کنند. این کمترین و ضروری ترین خواست برای حفاظت از جان مجاهدان اشرف است.
We have many distinguished guests coming from across the world, from the United States, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Over 30 parliamentary delegations are with us this afternoon from different countries representing a majority of their parliaments in Congress. Today is a day of solidarity. Today is a day of camaraderie. Today we all are behind the campaign to free Ashraf and to protect its residents.
Very press with this tremendous outpouring? And how about we follow an Arab Spring with a Persian summer? By a regime change in Iran, and by ending Camp Ashraf and removing those people to the United States and to Europe where they can be safe. In front of the whole world, they just killed 33 people in Camp Ashraf just on April 8th. In the words of Senator John Kerry, in a massacre. We're on your side and you're on our side. We're together. Your values are American values.
I bring you greetings and support from the Congress of the United States, and I bring the prayers for and the commitment to the brave residents of Camp Ashraf. We are with you. It was wrong that the Maliki government, just a week ago or so, prevented a U.S. delegation of my colleagues from visiting Ashraf. The United States cannot remain silent, cannot sit idly by until another massacre happens at Ashraf. We are responsible for what is happening there. Mrs. Rajavi laid out our international obligations. So we must avert another tragedy. So the State Department of the United States must do two things. It must delist the MEK and ensure the protection of Camp Ashraf.
Mr. Maliki is now helping his Mullah masters to demolish Ashraf, killing and wounding female and male residents indiscriminately. The world can no longer avert its eyes from the crimes against humanity that Maliki has ordered and carried out. It adds up to a bloody Srebrenica-style massacre. Neither he nor the mullahs can be allowed to win. Ashraf will live.
We, in the European Parliament, we are urging the High Representative of the European Union for Foreign and Security Policy, Catherine Ashton, to lead the implementation of the plan proposed by the European Parliament delegation for Iraq, in full coordination with the United Nations and the United States, to transfer the residents in Ashraf to democratic countries, accepting to welcome them and ensuring in the meanwhile their security and the respect of their rights as protected persons under the Geneva Convention. And of course, any attempt to forcibly displace them to another location inside Iraq must be firmly rejected, because it would only pave the way for a new massacre and unduly delay the accomplishment of the Stevenson Plan.
Regarding the people in Camp Ashraf, whom I have addressed before, the United States promised to protect you. We kept that promise, but when the reins of power were given to the people of Iraq, leaders did not keep our word, and I am embarrassed. And the Iraqi government has got to stop the harassment of the MEK. Finally, the relocation of the people who are in Camp Ashraf is terribly important. But that relocation should not be in Iraq. It should be opened up for people in the MEK that are in Camp Ashraf to come to Europe, to come to the United States, to be a loud voice for freedom and democracy in all of Iran. Let me send a very clear message to the people of Iraq. Their government is not respecting the democracy that American soldiers, men and women, sacrificed to bring to the people of Iraq. and to guarantee to the people of Camp Ashraf. It was an outrage to do what was done on April 8th, 2011. It was an outrage to deny delegations from Europe and from the United States Congress to be able to go to Camp Ashraf to learn for themselves what had happened. We need an inquiry by the United States Congress, and we need that inquiry to be done quickly.
The siege and the massacre at Ashraf is a shame on the government of Iraq and on the Iraqi army. It was a breach of the Geneva Convention. It was a breach of international law and a betrayal of all those who put their lives at risk and lost their lives to bring freedom to Iraq.
زندان و یا درون زندان‌ها گذراندم. می‌خواهم به شما بگویم رژیم ملاها از اسم و رسم مجاهدین لرزه بر اندامش می‌افتد.